Keeping up with our motto, let learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure. Here we are with remote teaching and learning process to bridge the gap. Happy learning, students. Yeah, Mrs. Sonal Shah Doshi from Thakur Vidya Mandir High School and Junior College, teaching you all geography today for grade 6, chapter 6, Importance of Oceans. Today we are going to learn part 1. Students, let us revise our planets. Who am I? Morning star or evening star is the another name of planet? Yes, Venus. Giant planet, Jupiter. Red planet is another name for? Yes, Mars. Coldest planet is Uranus. Perfect. Now, can you tell me the another name for planet Earth? Yes, blue planet. Why? Because from the galaxy or from the sky it looks blue due to lots of water in our ocean bodies. 3/4 of the earth's surface is covered with water, so that is why it is called blue planet. Correct. So today we are going to learn more about that ocean water that comes under the heading hydrosphere. The land area on the surface of the earth is called lithosphere, while the water area is called hydrosphere. So, water bodies, that is hydrosphere, we are going to learn today. Now, how much percent of Earth's surface is covered with water? Near about 71% water and 29% land, that is near about 3/4 of the earth's surface is covered with ocean water. Now let us see the area that oceans occupy. Pacific Ocean, the area is in square kilometer. It occupies near around 166 to 40,977 square kilometers. So that way, here is the table for area occupied by Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Southern Ocean and Arctic Ocean. The deepest ocean is Pacific Ocean, as we know. Other water bodies also include water of rivers, lakes, streams, ponds, waterfalls and underground water. But when we talk about global water bodies, almost around 97.7% of total global water is covered with ocean water, means salty water. So salty water is total 97.7% of global total water. Remaining 3.3% is 2.3% is only sweet water, which we can use for drinking purposes. Now tell me one thing, which things do we get from the oceans? Yes, minerals, fish life, aquatic life. But which is the most important thing among this all, which is very much important in our daily life? No idea? Okay. Try to have food without that thing in our daily life. Yes, it is salt. Salt is very much important in our daily life. So do one experiment today. Take out two shallow plates. In one plate you put fresh drinking water and another plate water of borewell. Now what happens if you put it under the heavy sunlight and after it gets evaporated? What can you see? Which difference in both the plates? Yes, In another plate where borewell water was there, in which borewell water was there, salt particles you can see after the process of evaporation. That indicates that in drinking water salinity is less, salt content is less, whereas in ocean water or borewell water salt content is more. So here is the explanation for this. We have for the things we have learned. There is abundant aquatic life in oceans, and from the microscopic planktons to the huge whales, different types of living things are found in the oceans, like seahorse, octopus, jellyfish, all types of water creatures. Now once they die, their remains accumulate in oceans. Accumulate means gathered. All rivers flowing from mountains to hilly areas, what they do? Erosion. You have learnt about soil erosion. So they erode the materials and sediments. And what happened? They transport it, they carry it to the another place. And when their flow becomes slow, they deposit that eroded materials. Okay. So sediments from eroded lands, trees and bushes flowing with the water that remains and enter the ocean with this river water. In both the above processes, the dead remains decomposed, releasing various minerals and salts in the ocean water. Now you have learnt about tsunamis. So tsunamis is because of volcanic eruptions or earthquake in water bodies. Okay. During volcanic eruptions, different minerals, ashes, salts and gases are added to the water, and this increases the level of salt and minerals in ocean water. And due to heavy sunlight, the evaporation process is going on, and what remains is salt in huge proportion in ocean bodies. So all these things make the ocean water salty. You must have learnt about Dead Sea. Because of high amount of salt, salinity is maximum and one cannot die in that water. They float in Dead Sea due to high salinity. So today we have learnt about salt we get from ocean. Let us see about the life we are getting from oceans. That is, those are fishes. So many people use fish in their daily life. So many of us include fish in our diet, and we get it from rivers, lakes and seas. The proportion of fish in the sea is much greater than those in rivers and lakes. Catching these marine animals is the large scale activity, and as Mumbai is the coastal area, you have seen the fishermen around Kolabas and around coastal areas. So it is one of the ancient occupations of human beings. Though food is the major purpose of this activity, these animals are also used for production of fertilizers, pharmaceuticals and also in research. You must have learnt about cod liver oil. The oil which pregnant woman is getting. Okay. They are told to have that cod liver oil tablets and capsules, so that we get also from fish. So in India, people mainly consume prawns, clams, crabs, seafish, mackerel, pomfret and Indian shark. Many other types of marine animals are consumed in different parts of the world. The life of people from countries that have coastline largely depends on the sea, especially if there are few other occupations. Seychelles, Mauritius, Maldives are some of those countries. So today we have learnt about the things we used in our daily life, that is salt and fish. In next part we will learn about water transport, and how ocean water and temperature is related to each other. Thank you all.